Okay, alright. My mic is back. Great. Now, how about the sound? Why did it just suddenly die like that? Oh, criminy. There we go. Oh, and the stream started. Whoops. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Big Boy Blue coming at you another stream. So, got a couple of updates that's only gonna be temporary for the time being. Forgive me. I don't know what happened. I went to go edit my OBS, and then I pressed the wrong button, and I lost my setup. I don't know what I did, but okay. Hopefully this is centered for you now. Anyway, a couple changes in terms of time frame. I'm just gonna start with the holidays coming up. Things are getting busier over here, both in the real life and the job. So I'm like, I may not be able to stream like I used to. As you can clearly see, I'm being constrained to the mornings if I ever want to really stream. Um, and that's a problem. It's just there's a lot of me that's going around. What does this mean for you? There's nothing's changing. You're still going to try to get a stream every week. It's just going to be shorter. What I might do is split a 30-minute stream across Saturday and Sunday. So that means about maybe 15, 20 minutes. If I on Saturday, then another 15, 20 minutes on Sunday. Um, just so that way I can give y'all a full, 30 to 45 minute experience. I do like streaming. I do like hanging out with you guys. So, um, it's just that right now it's just there's a lot out of my control. And I have to adjust and adapt as best I can to keep all these plates spinning. Nothing bad happening. It's just, and in fact, it's a good thing things are happening because eventually one day I do plan on being in my own space, and which means I have more control over my time and where I go and how I do things. But until then, we'll rock with it. With what we got. So today may be a closer to a 15 to 20 minute stream. I gotta take off soon to take care of some other business, but I'll try to make it enjoyable. Besides, it's not like y'all watching the whole stream anyway. I'm looking at y'all. Sometimes I get comments and channel analytics. They watch only the first 10, 15 minutes and then they bounce. How dare you? No, it's cool. So maybe this will actually be more helpful too, especially with this style of game. Because I can understand it can be dry at some points of me going quiet, trying to think it out, think it through. Because not like I'm just losing all the time, right? But all right, that's enough for announcements. Let's get to the thing. So we're in the middle of this. We're here with barely no money, barely able to get any guts. Ugh. The robbers, they live in my pockets. We got a whole bunch of cool items, which I may have to start selling if I ever want any hope. But the good news is this. We're on floor 20, by the way. We're almost finished the first of the many advanced logic levels and puzzles that they got. Logic dungeons. So, let's fully heal. And then go and sell some of this stuff. Well, first, let's optimize this gear a bit. So right now, my strongest weapons, right now I'm using Gladius because it's durable and it's plus 12. So what I need to sell is the red axe, the the red axe, the hyper sword, maybe. I'm gonna sell everything that's not the red axe, whip, or the flare gun. I want to keep these. Really? This has been the longest game since the Metro series. Because I was going to take a break because I knew, but people didn't say anything or didn't share. So I was like, all right, I'll just keep going here, because I thought I beat the stupid game, but it's like, you're right. I probably should change it up. Okay, got a lot of sickles. What the heck? Okay, I currently have the hyper sword. Okay, go. Red Axe stays, whip stays, flare gun stays. This goes. I don't need no daggone throwing knife. That was useless. Okay, so yeah. Speaking of Metroid games, I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct. Did you catch it? Was there an announcement for anything Metroid, or is there a new what is that? Mario coming out soon? I don't know I didn't watch it or anything yet. Not like I plan to, with how things are going currently. But I am curious though. If anything. Okay, good. I got the blue crystal, I got the buns. It was less than a handful of games didn't finish. Oh yeah, there's quite a few games I didn't finish. I have a backlog. I'm a pro, okay? Just so you know. So I have an entire library. I have my Steam library organized in games to play, games of games to play, games missed, and all that other good stuff. All right, I spent more than enough time here. I got tat candy. Oh, good. I ate all of it. All right. I got guts. I got crystals. There we go. How dare you? There are two mimics. Okay, that should be good, right? Two liars, mostly truthers, because you gotta remember, the robber has to try to tell the truth. Well, is going to tell the truth. Okay. The bottom row contains no robbers. The bottom contains no robbers. Okay. That doesn't quite help. But alright, there is no robber among the blue boxes. There is no robber among the blue boxes. Diagonally up left from me isn't a mimic. The top row contains a robber. Okay, so everything here is a robber talk. Okay, diagonally up left isn't a mimic. The top row contains no mimics, which means if they're telling the truth, the bottom row contains no robbers, which means that there is no robber among the blue mimics, which means that has to be nope, I'm not thinking that through at all. I'm just gonna use the crystal here. The center box isn't a mimic. Alright, so with that as our focus of truth. So, good. Well, it says it isn't a mimic, not so much as in a robber. The tower contains no mimics. So these are just safe. I don't care what they have to say. These are safe altogether, which means that diagonal up left me isn't a mimic, which is okay. That's also safe, which means the bottom contains no robbers. All right, so that doesn't mean it doesn't contain no mimics. So that's what that means. There is no robber among the blue boxes. There is a robber among the red boxes. Top row contains a robber. I have a strong feeling I just selected one of the robbers. But if so, it doesn't matter. My income has to come from finding as much gear as possible, not getting all the gold. Okay, good. I got 64 gold out of that. Or, so it's only like a 46 gold loss. Um, oh yeah. Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Nintendo Direct, I guess, wasn't good this year, sounds like. Oh, what was the release date, if I'm reading that right? What did I get? I got a mini wand. I don't know how much that sells for, what she told me, but that's gold, whatever. I don't need 100% here, right? The bottom contains no robbers. There is no robber among blue boxes. Okay, so that be the case, that was a lie. So that's a mimic. There is a robber among the red boxes. That's also a lie. So that's a mimic. So the only one here that's true is, whoopsie, you. Okay, I got my items. We're gone. Okay. One robber, two mimics. Shut up, Jerome. Okay. So what was the release date? Was it for Metroid or was it for the something else? Well, in my opinion, Nintendo Direct barely gets above a C for me, but that's only because so many games mentioned in, no bias. I got you. Same thing. That's kind of why I kind of stopped watching the Sega one, because it's like it's not like I don't care for Sonic. It's just that the direction they're going with Sonic, I'm just not vibing with at the moment. Like Sonic Crossworlds, I, on principle, I might buy the game just because I want to support the company, but I'm not really interested in playing another Mario Kart with a Sega label slapped onto it. Like, I don't need another Mario Party Kart type style. Give me back Zero Gravity. Give me back the air gear. Give Sonic his edge. Stop making him all, Mario eyes. Gosh. Okay, whoops. I'm wasting time. Daggone it, dude. Let me see. Okay, cool. December 4th. Well, at least we now know this. December 4th is when we definitely will be changing games. Because I do plan on playing and live streaming the Mario that Metroid game. So at least you got that to look forward to. Let me see. I'm wasting guts. Let's see. The box on the right isn't a robber. The diagonal down right. Okay, you know what? I got the this, right? No. Let's not get lazy. Okay, the box on the right isn't a robber. Diagonally down right is a mimic. Down left isn't a robber. That's the one thing I like about the robbers, is that it will actually tell me where the mimic is. Even though it's against me, it's still against them, in a sense. Or can be against them. Diagonally down left isn't a robber. The top row contains no robbers. Diagonally up left is a robber, and the bottom row contains at least one mimic, and the bottom row has at least one mimic. Okay, so we got 2 votes of confidence that the bottom row has a mimic. Alright, so okay, let's try to write it out here. Okay. 1 vote. Hold on, whoops. RE9, I'll be watching someone else play. What does RE9 mean? Oh, right, I forgot about Metal Gear Solid, that remake. Daggone it. Let me see. Okay, so we got 1 vote of confidence that the bottom row has 1 mimic, okay? So this is 1 strike against it, one of these being a mimic. Well, 2 actually. Is there anything else? The box on about 1 of these being a mimic. The island down left me isn't a robber. So we got a bottom row mimic and something here pointing here to being not a robber. So there's a chance that this is a mimic here. Alright? So if that's the mimic, and diagonally up left for me is a robber. row has at least one mimic. That makes these true. Okay. Diagonally up left for me is a robber. It could be. I don't know. The box on the right isn't a robber, and diagonal down the right for me is a mimic. Okay, so this. Let's say that's wrong, right? Because this one pointed out that all these three agree that this is a mimic, or votes this is a mimic. So this either is a robber, if that's the case. I might not want this. So then, okay, so it isn't a robber, then it's a mimic. This is a mimic, and this is a robber. Because if this is true, this has to be, and that has to be. Oh, daggone it. Okay. So I'm gonna X this and see. Because I don't want to die here on basement 24. Crap. Okay, so I was right in my guess. It's not a mimic. These are mimics. No! It all made sense. It all made sense, though. I. Two votes of confidence, and for the bottom being one mimic. I chose the wrong one because the ugly down left isn't a robber, but it was the robber. And the problem was the ugly up left for me is a robber. Could have been valid because it's sharing the same truth as the mimic. I mean, excuse me, share the same truth as a chest. So the top row contains no robbers. The box isn't a robber because it meant. Oh my gosh. So one more time, okay? I started with the logic that these two in the center, but the bottom row has at least one mimic as a source of truth, which means one of these two, that both of these both have two single votes of being bad, aka game over, the mimic. Then this one here, diagonally down left for me, isn't a robber, which if it isn't a robber, but there's a chance of it being a mimic. Logically, then, with 3 strikes, this should have been a bad box. I may not have been able to mark it a mimic, but I did correctly say that this was a bad box. And it's because they shared the same thread of truth of being at least a mimic. I should have read it as isn't a robber, so it could be a mimic or a chest, right? Something like that. And dialing up left as a robber worked because the robber shared the truth as a chest, which is why I marked this one as a robber. Now, how could I figure that? Man, the lies just flowed so well. That box on me isn't a robber. That made that a correct choice. But diagonally down right for me isn't a mimic, or is a mimic. Could simply have been deflecting. There was no way to verify this is true or false, but it sounded false because this one verified a bad box down here. There has to be another way of looking at this. What the heck, dude? I gotta start all the way over. Oh my gosh. Where was the slip? So if the island down rock was if I somehow how could I? Has one mimic. The island down right is a robber. I thought I found both mimics. Is where I got relaxed. Crap. Ugh, I don't know. This felt like a perfect storm. Even with a blue crystal, it verified the. Man. Ugh, man. I really don't want to end it here. Okay. I think I'm willing to slow down the hunger rate a bit. Just a bit. Alright. Alright, guys. Um, that's about the time that I have for now. Oh, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Metroid in transition right now. I'm worried, but it's going to be tuned in. Okay, I haven't seen any news on Metroid, so. Alright, I'll look at all this up later and make sure to put December 4th in my calendar for sure. So we're definitely going to be playing that. But yeah. Alright, that's all the time I got. Um, you're right. The game, I tell you what, I'm looking at this from every angle I could think of, and that felt like just the perfect storm of lies becoming truth. And that's exactly what I'm going to title this video too. When lies become the truth. There we go. Alright. Alright, so that's it for me. Have fun. First on your weekend. I'll try to drop in on tomorrow for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna probably get that interacted. Get that enacted now. That plan. 15-20 minute stream there, so that way I can still get some decent content. Gosh, to you guys. So, all right. So until tomorrow, catch me if you can, and I'll see you then. Bye.